Hi guys, welcome back to Blueprint Gaming. I am Jay, and today, well, we're jumping into some more Transport Fever 2. I believe this is episode 6 if my math is correct. And yeah, we're going to continue where we left off last episode. I did let some time run off, but luckily not much at all. Let me sure I didn't mess anything up. We're good. I did add 2 more trains to this line. I did take a huge loan to do so. But it's pretty much paying for itself now. As you guys can see here, the income is definitely my biggest profitable line. One, it moves faster and over a longer distance, I should say. We're still only moving half of what we currently could, which is fine. We could double this up, but once again, we'll get better trains. We'll make it more useful. But I mean, for it to be transporting half of everything produced and making that kind of dough, that's a win in my book. Huge win in my book. So we're going to leave it be, and we're going to try to do our best to prevent this from closing now by adding, well, this actually still won't prevent this from closing, but we're going to try to add in iron ore to start producing steel so we can get steel down here to this factory, preventing this entire line from having to be enclosed. Because, once again, I've said this before, I'll keep saying it until it's no longer relevant, which will probably still be relevant the entire game. There's nothing preventing this one from closing on us or this one closing from us because it's not being delivered to its end target. So even though it's storing up tons of coal, doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean one little thing. All right, so let's get this up here. And I think last episode we said we want to come through this valley, and I think that's correct. We may just cut through this valley, or we may tunnel through it. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but that's the goal. Now, first things first, we do have some roads in the way, and we're going to delete roads that are unnecessary, and this is definitely one of them. Let's get our delete going on here. It's a pretty loud noise. I just realized it's a pretty loud noise. All right, anyways, and then this line, we cannot delete. I think we discovered that before. We cannot delete it. All right, so first things first, what we're going to do, be a little unorthodox here, but we're going to draw a line from this end to this end, and we're going to tunnel. I think we're going to tunnel. I was thinking about, we'll see what it looks like. We'll see what the tunnel looks like, but that's what we're going to do. So first off, let's turn on our contour lines to see what's a good beginning point and end point. So this comes, so we probably want to start right in here, and that's a 22 meters, and oh, that's a downhill. That's not good. All right, so where's 22 meters start? And we can start it in here. All right, still downhill. And there's a road. Ah, darn it. Wow. Okay, this is not gonna be as simple as I thought it was gonna be. Let's back up a little bit. That's more complicated than I thought. This is a puzzle. All right, we'll solve it. Don't worry, I'll solve it. But it's gonna be a little bit more complicated than what I was originally hoping it would be. First off, let's get rid of any distractions that will prevent me from getting the best line possible. For real autosave. For real autosave, thank you. Let's delete it all while I'm at it. Alright. So the question is, we're heading towards that mountain. This thing is not square at all. I think it's going to be best over on this side, and we'll curve it. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, one platform, 120 meters. All right. So first things first, we got to build from this side of the line first because we want this to stay pretty much flat as long as we can. Because once again, remember, we're running full from this end. All right, and we need to get a curve at 120. Fine. 120 is not really that big of a deal starting out, but as you are able to move up to higher tier engines and tracks, it's going to become more and more important. So yeah, just so you guys are aware, not that super important. I'm sorry, moving some stuff out of my way. But yeah, definitely something you want to keep an eye on. All right, we want to make sure that we are aiming straight for that mountain split that we're going for. I mean, I could go for a deeper spot because since we're going to tunnel, but I kind of, for thematic reasons, just in case I decide I want to tunnel, or I don't want to tunnel and I want to cut through, I do want to hit that right on. All right. We're just eyeballing up. And because I want to make sure that I go through this road with like 0 to no wonkiness, which is, you know, apparently impossible. All right, let's see if I go. How is that a collision? Oh, I just didn't. All right. It's going to dip a little bit, but that's fine. It gets that road looking normal. All right, so now here's the tricky part. Let's go. If I would go straight through, it does tunnel. All right, 1 second. We are on this line, so next line has to come out this way. All right, so we need to be on the outside. Cool. What does that look like? Obviously, I would do some tree removal here if I was going to do some terraforming. So it goes through here. Comes out through there, cuts in, but that's fine. I was planning on doing some cutting through. If I get rid of the bridge altogether, it does some serious cutting through, which I don't think I like at all. Keep the tunnel. All right, and I am actually just curious if I remove this off the way, right? Oh, it's an uphill climb. It looks like a steep one too. Well, we're going to have to keep it and hope for the best. Unfortunately, it's kind of what it is. There's not a whole lot I can do with this road. I mean, this road is already bowed down as is, so it just is what it is. Hopefully, like I said, I'm a little worried about this slope, but we'll have a better idea once we put a train on here what the slope actually looks like and the impact it has on our train. Unfortunately, like always, we always seem to be going uphill with the slopes, and this is no different. I'll do this once I can zoom out. All right, let's cross the road, and then let's go through. And I tell you now, if we need to, well, actually, if we need to extend this platform, we'll extend out that way because that's pretty much straight. All right. All right, let's get you hooked up. 98's a little bit longer than normal, but we can live with it. All right, let's get our signals. Always very important. The number one thing you can always forget about, but always the most important thing you should do is get these signals down. All right. Hopefully I don't move too fast, guys, and give you motion sickness watching this back. All right, there we go. And then zoom out. All right, this is what I always like to do with my roads, and this is no different. Like that. And eventually you can actually turn this into something like it looks pretty cool, but right now it is what it is. All right, so we'll say that's one split. We'll do another split right before the mountain. And we'll do another split here. Let's just split it here again. I'm adding one more set than what I normally like to set, but I think it's been worth it. All right, so let's go ahead and add the route. And once again, this $25. We're making quite a bit of money right now, over 300 million. Not that big a deal. It once was a big deal, not so much anymore. All right, so lost my track because of the white screen. I don't know why this goes in a white screen every single time. I guess because you can see the lines better. My assumption. Wow, everything's like orange or gray. All right, let's go. No, we have that for food. We have that one for, wow. All right, we'll do this one for iron ore. To steel mill. I'm not going to name the steel mills yet, but I probably, if I do duplicate steel mills in the future, I will. All right. So lines made. Now we just got to get a train. We're going to take trains from here. This shouldn't be a problem. Actually, hold on a second. Make sure it's not a problem. Not configure. I need to configure the lines. Coal, manage line. We want to make sure you have the option to go to 1. All right. And then same thing with this one, manage lines. Make sure you have the option to go to 2. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. Don't give them the option. They should never need the option. It's not overcrowded. What the world's going on here? How'd I go into the configure screen? I must have actually clicked. Tulsa Forestry. All right, let's make sure. I mean, my understanding is that plants that are being utilized can't be closed, but I always got to double check. It is a beta, by the way. And information can be construed sometimes. All right, steel mill, manage line. All right, okay. Oh, no, it's the coal line I need. Coal line. All right, get rid of that. Yeah, make sure. Okay. All right, that's fine. They're coming in opposite ways. There's no reason why they would need to steal each other's platform. It should never be that crowded. And hopefully that means that the train can move through, no problems. All right, so let's buy a vehicle. I got more than enough cash to get this vehicle on the line. It's basically a duplicate of what we already have. Make sure we got the gondola for the iron ore. And we'll spread this out to, it says 106 for the length. And we're good to go. And iron ore to steel mill. All right, I think what I'm going to need to do now, since I'm going to be putting more trains out, is signal, put an extra one here, and put an extra one here. All right, we'll wait till this is on the line, or at least until we can get an idea of what the cost or what the rate is. Our iron ore is up here up top. Let's make this a little bit longer. All right, 74. We know from the previous coal this produces 400, so we can get it up to 400, which means I think I'm going to want 3 trains. I also don't want. I mean, it's not going to hurt anything if one overproduces over the other. So I don't even know why I'm bringing this up, but I do want to try to have these guys delivering at a similar rate, the iron ore and the coal, if I can. Maybe a little bit more difficult early ages, but it's okay. Where's my train at? There it is. Okay, you're on the line. Let's go with all I can see. Sometimes when you start getting a lot of lines, it's really helpful to have this icon turned on. So that way you're only seeing lines that you can currently see in your view. All right, so we definitely, like I said, I think I want to settle on 3. This will over deliver the coal, but also we have going on here, the coal is way over stored. So it would take a while before the iron or the coal would run out. So I think I'm okay with throwing 3 trains on here. And then once again, the way the game's set up, it doesn't matter as long as I'm not over delivering on the rate. As long as I'm not delivering more than 400 as my rate, my trains will be perfectly fine. They're going to be fully profitable, or as profitable as they can be. And that's good. So once this sets up here, we'll let this run a little bit. We are going to, what's my time in this episode? Yeah, we might actually try to put this in. We won't be able to see the finished project. We might have to come back to see the finished product, but we're going to curve this off and then have it deliver into here. So we're probably going to start setting this up. And actually, depending, all right, you're delivering your first go around. Let's go ahead, iron ore. Let's go ahead and see if we can clone you. Not enough cash. Well, I'm going to wait till I have the cash. At this point, we're making a profit. I can wait. Did we get new cargo vehicles yet? No. I don't know what year that, but we should be getting very close. I don't know what year that is that we get our first upgrade in the road vehicles. It should be coming soon. We're already 14 years into the game. And that's me playing on 1/4 speed. You guys can see here. You can get to this menu just by clicking on the date. And so keep an eye on that. And we're going to have an episode where we just try to rebalance our lines, upgrading our older lines to newer vehicles. All right, can we clone you yet? Yes, we can. All right. The idea is to try to we want to get 3 on there. And let's zoom in. I don't want to get too close because I want to keep it on 3 times speed because I would like to get the third train while we're still recording here. But I do want to check out this new line. The idea, I do want to check the miles per hour. You can see we're losing some speed here. This was another thing that was really important that I want to keep an eye on. I'm probably going to keep an eye on for this vehicle's entire cycle. Definitely going uphill, losing speed. It's going to hurt the profits a little bit, but not the end of the world. The platform is reserved, so our train is not going through, which is fine. It's probably our other iron ore train coming through that's causing the slowdown. All right, and then as soon as that clears the platform, I think I need to switch the platforms that they're assigned to. I feel like that's the wrong one. Actually, I don't feel like the wrong one. I know that's the wrong one. All right, so as soon as this actually, we'll come back to this train, but actually as soon as this platform clears out, I gotta pause and fix this. And I'll tell you guys what the problem is here in a second. All right, you out, you out. I don't want any more problems. You are out. Okay, so the issue, pause, thank you, is when the trains come in, right, you want them coming in at full speed. Well, because I have a cross here, they have to slow down to make this cross. Now, the trains that we're currently running are not really going to slow down because I believe the cross speed is faster than 45 kilometers an hour. So they're not going to slow down. But as we upgrade things, that's going to change and trains are going to be faster. So you want them coming straight in, not stopping and parking. And on the way out, doesn't matter, right? Because they're trying to get up to speed. So having them have to do this little Y when they start their motions, not the end of the world. So let's change the platforms here. So steel mill, managed line. We don't want you coming in till platform 2. We want you coming into platform 1. And then the iron ore, we want you managed line. I hate that when they have the town names. We want you coming into platform 2, not platform 1. Oh. Cool. And there we go. So they're coming in a little bit on the faster side. All right, let's crank this back up. Let's find our train. Zoom out just a little bit. All right, about to go into our tunnel. I really can't wait till we're rolling in extra cash and I can do a little terraforming. Once again, we're playing completely vanilla and I'm not going to spend a ton of time. We might spend like an episode every so often and making things look better. So we're not rushing in with other episodes, but yeah, not the main objective, right? If you like a beautiful game, I'll do my best, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this playthrough because it's mainly vanilla. There's only so much you can do in vanilla, but in all fairness, you definitely have a lot more options in this version of the game compared to the very first Transport Fever. And no other train game gets this detailed, at least that I've experienced. All right, so we're coming in for our load. Okay, I want to check our speed on the way back. We still can't afford a third train yet, which is fine. We can take a loan out for it, but I figure what's the point? We're making enough cash faster. Multiple vehicles in poor condition. I think we covered this in an early episode. I'm not too concerned about it unless someone knows exactly all the ways a train affects you in a negative way with very poor condition. As far as I know, the only negative with a poor condition train is emission pollution. And that only really affects if you're rolling through towns. I'm not rolling through towns. Most of my stuff is rolling through middle of nowhere. And even my current town transport line, yeah, we're not even getting up to full speed, is not even going towards residential, which that only bothers residential. So other than that, like, that's the only negative thing I know of poorly maintained vehicles is that it emits a lot of emissions and affects residential. Other than that, it doesn't seem to affect too much else. And like I said, if I'm wrong on that and you guys know anything else, please let me know in the comment sections, but that's all that I'm aware of. I haven't done any super research on it. But that's what I believe is the truth. Yeah, I mean, not bad. We get through that tunnel and things just slow down. That is definitely probably more than a medium slope. If I had to guess. Is there a way for me to take a look at this? This train, manage vehicle. If I go up here. Medium, okay, I guess it's not as bad as medium. I would be slowing down more because my max speed on medium is 24, but it's definitely going uphill enough that it's taken away from the flat speed rate because we're not able to go 45. But not at the end of the world. Making a profit, that's all that matters. Let's see, actually talk about a profit, see what we're making. And we're gonna assume, actually we're gonna break away from this train. So not bad. We're not nowhere near as profitable as our coal line, but we're also not transporting at the same rate as our coal line. But we will be soon. We will be soon. Actually, let's see. We are now. All right. That will unleash our next train, which should be coming out of the depot, like right about now. Why are you not coming out of the depot? You should be coming out of the depot. Why are you not? What are you doing? There you come. Holy smokes. Are you just waiting to disrupt my line? Because this train's not going to have to stop right there on that signal. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. All right, check out our rates. I don't want the logs. Why does it show me logs? The world. It's got like supervision right now. All right, 3's fine. I can live with me showing 3. So anyways, iron ore, yeah, slightly out. This is actually not bad. This is slightly outpacing coal, which means it will take a very long time for this to balance out, which is fine. At the end of the day, we just know that we can transport about 100 steel out. That's about a range, right? Pick our lowest number. It means we have about 103 steel we can transport out per rotation. So we want to make sure that our rate is under 103 when we hook up delivering steel to our machine shop, which we're not getting to this episode now because we spent a lot of time watching that train, which it's always important. The one thing I express to you guys, like I try to move at a quicker pace for YouTube videos, but it's always very important. If you know you're profitable, just slow down, check out each line, try to avoid those mistakes or anything that can cause you a really big headache. Let's repay $500,000. Let's repay the other $500,000, and voila, back to zero. But yeah, try to cut out those little mistakes, slow down, because sometimes going fast you can make a lot of mistakes. Now the more experienced you are with this game, maybe the faster you can move. I will still make a mistake from time or two trying to move super fast, but I definitely want to take a look at this line because it's going to explain probably why, even though this lane is delivering more than my coal, maybe why it's not as profitable, which I'm really hoping it gets over 100,000, because 83, not a great number. There's 500,000. I think we'll be fine. The third train hasn't fully kicked in on its rotation yet, so I think we'll be fine. But yeah, that's where that is. So we're going to get ready next episode to hook up our machine shop here. And I want to see, it's getting ready to transfer over to 1865. I want to see if we get new vehicles in 1865. If not, well, we'll just have to wait longer. Ugh, so much money. Love money. All right, here we go. Kicking over 1865. No new vehicles. All right. So, yep, definitely hooking up that steel mill. And once we hook this up, guys, next episode, it will save this plant from closing. And then we just have to get this one delivered to Torrance. And guess what? 1, we've gotten the first 2 goods to Torrance. 2, none of our setup lines can close on us. And means we're rolling in cash the rest of the time as we try to keep expanding, decorate, do some terraforming, getting there. And yeah, just see our empire grow and complete our objective for this series. So guys, if you're enjoying Transport Fever 2 and like to see more of it, you can easily do that by showing some love, hitting that like button, leaving a comment, subscribing if you haven't done so already, and hitting that notification bell to make sure you don't miss the next one. And I'll catch you guys on that next one. Bye.